Well, there's big news in the world of self-driving cars. Uber passengers will be able to request a self-driving car with a touch of a button later this month. Uber Technologies has signed a $300 million agreement with Volvo to develop these self-driving taxis. The pilot program in Pittsburgh will assign the cars to random customers using the app. And Uber is hoping to eventually replace its 1 million drivers. Senior editor at CNET, Scott Stein, joins me now. Okay, Scott, so explain to me, how is this going to work?
Well, so this is a pilot program, like you said, and it was a surprise that it would be potentially launching this soon, by the end of this month in Pittsburgh. And the idea, it seems, is that you would call up an Uber in Pittsburgh, and you wouldn't necessarily know whether you were getting a self-driving one or not. If one pulls up and it's self-driving, the ride is free, and you wouldn't be riding alone. You would have a driver in the front seat observing things, and also it seems that you would be monitored during this because it's a test program, and that's why they're offering it for free. It doesn't seem like there's a way to opt in and out of that, though, and that's the part that might be a little strange for Pittsburgh residents.
Why Pittsburgh, Scott?
Well, Pittsburgh actually has Carnegie Mellon, and that is where a prominent robotics engineering program is. That is where a lot of Google and Uber's experts have come from. So that's probably a good place to start.
I didn't know that about Pittsburgh. Good to know.
Yeah.
And how will the self-driving cars be supervised? You talked a little bit about it before, but once it's completely rolled out, will people still remain in the cars?
Yeah, so the idea in the long term is that these will be fully autonomous. The plan with Volvo, this $300 million plan, is that by 2021 you'll have autonomous cars. And Uber is not building its own cars, but they have partnerships in several different areas to work on autonomous systems. So for the moment, yes, you're going to have someone in the car with you, but the plan in the long term, according to the Bloomberg report and many discussions with Uber in the press, is that the goal would be that these rides may become less expensive without drivers, and that's kind of the end game there. Of course, that might be really concerning if you're an Uber driver. Where does that leave you? But this sounds like it's going to be developed over a period of time.
There are other companies out there. We know that this isn't the first one to try and go driverless here, but which of those companies can we expect to see on the road, and will it happen anytime soon?
Well, you have everything that's being worked on with Tesla. Google is working on self-driving cars, and several other car manufacturers have been talking about it. The problem with autonomous cars is really, how do you integrate that, I think, into a national network? You see a lot of these tests are being done in pretty limited areas, and Tesla has a semi-automatic autopilot system that made waves earlier in this year with one accident, but those accidents happen in regular cars too. So I think that's going to be the challenge there. Is you may have sensors now that are capable with GPS and radar and other types of sensors to do this, but to enable it to work without other people involved is going to take a long time, I think.
I'm still not sure I'd put my kids in it and send them to soccer practice just yet, but I'm pretty intrigued by the technology, Scott. Pretty remarkable.
It's amazing, and it is happening really fast, and the test programs are beginning, I think, a lot sooner than anyone thought. Yeah,
it is happening a lot faster. I tell you, I just tried last weekend Uber Pool. I thought it was pretty cool. A lot cheaper.
Uber Pool, I feel like, is, some cities it works better than others, but I tried it when I was out in San Francisco. It was fun. I met random people.
It is fun to meet random people. I want to take Scott Pelley and do an Uber Pool and deliver the news. Our version of carpool karaoke, Scott.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what they need to add next. Uber karaoke.
There you go. Scott Stein from CNET. Thank you, Scott.
Thanks.